Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Gohmedian Podcast, and this is how social interaction would be like if lockdown happens again, which is on a video call. I'm John, and I'm here with...
Andriel.
Yep, and we're back at it again, I guess. Fourth one, it can't go downhill, right?
Hopefully
So,
not.
It should be fine. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Imagine like the views just drop after the first three.
Please don't.
Let's see how it goes. We're gonna talk about what if lockdown happens again, okay? We gotta prep ourselves, right? If there's another situation, you know. Thankfully, the last time that happened was 3 years ago, you know. There was coronavirus, and then actually back in 2003, there was a little lockdown, like 1 to 2 weeks. Students were not allowed to go back to school because of SARS. So who knows? Maybe it will happen in the next 10 to 20 years. Then what's gonna happen? What are we gonna do? Is that thankfully monkeypox didn't come up to anything. Remember monkeypox?
Yep.
That was like last year September or something.
Oh god.
Thankfully that wasn't anything
Yeah.
huge.
Yep.
I wonder what's like the next kind of animal that would cause an entire global pandemic. You got bats, you got
Nope.
monkeys.
Please no.
It's good.
No more.
Next one gonna be like a sea animal.
A whale. Dolphin. Shark. I don't know.
It's gonna be something like super exotic though.
Jellyfish.
Oh, an eel. Oh,
Oh. Okay.
like the really slimy ones.
Ugh.
Yikes. So let's talk about our experience in 2020, which is 3 years ago. Okay, so for me, right, I was actually kind of cool with lockdown, honestly. It's the fact that I didn't really enjoy being with my JC class, honestly. So, not seeing them, honestly, felt good. I mean, I know, honestly, that's kind of a toxic thing to say, but if you think about what I had to experience and forced to experience with them pretty much every day, then you realize, yeah, I actually enjoy just being in my own room, not talking to any of them, and all of them are all in their different rooms, and we all just trying to be inside this whole Google Meet with our tutor, trying to get us to talk to each other or actually answer the questions, because it can be quite quiet. Yeah, I did A-levels during 2020, so I can get pretty quiet when the teacher asks a question. But I enjoyed doing stuff that I wanted to. I was working on some music of my own. I enjoy social distancing, honestly.
Okay.
But I hate the mask. That's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Can I just say
Well,
it's crazy
yeah.
to think. I mean, it's crazy that 2020 was 3 years ago. Like, I just remember it. I just remember it as like I was at home starting my YouTube channel, and then now it's like 3 years later. Like it just seems so fast.
It's the fact that COVID caused our perception of time to really get messed up, right? Nowadays we remember things like, oh, that was before 2020. And then it makes people kind of forget about 2021. Like 2021 can be considered quite a forgettable year in that sense.
Yeah.
Because what really happened during then? It went too damn fast.
Correct.
So that's how I
Yep.
saw it. So understandable that you think that way lah. Yeah.
Okay, so for John, he's more of a indoor kind of person. That's why he's okay with lockdown. But for me, being an outdoor kind of person, I wouldn't say I struggled, but like it feels like I'm being locked up in jail, kind of. Okay, not saying that I know what jail feels like, but it just feels
Okay.
being confined, within the four walls of your room. It's like I feel the need to get out of the house, to like go out with my friends, to maybe just like do some sports, keep fit. But the thing is, we couldn't do any of those. Only essentials, right? Like for the essential, like haircut,
Shopping.
grocery shopping.
Oh,
a
haircut
boy.
is considered essential.
I don't know. Was it? I think for a while it wasn't but after a while it was. Okay, I don't remember lah.
Okay.
But basically just the essentials, tapao food or what is that's the only thing that we could do. But after a while, then they like relax the exercising stuff lah. But I think that's kind of where
Yeah.
people like exploited that rule. Like they will just
Okay.
go out and then they'll say like, oh, actually I'm exercising. Walking is also exercising, but maybe they are like trying to go out lah.
Ooh.
I think lah. But anyways, 2020 was okay lah, unforgettable because like I said, that was where my YouTube channel first started. That was when my YouTube channel first started.
Mm.
That was when I enlisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so BMT, the 9 weeks, unforgettable. After that,
Mhm.
end of the year was when I first went to Air Force. So that was like, wow. That year was just quite memorable for me lah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Actually, okay, wait. I want to go back to the haircut thing.
Yep.
Do you remember having to wear a mask while getting a haircut?
Oh yeah, bro,
That was such an uncomfortable thing. It's the
Yeah.
fact that the hair strands would then
Yes.
stick to the mask.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was just bad. And then
That was
also
horrible.
like when the hairstylist wants to like shave your sideburns or the
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
then you have to take out the mask, but you have to hold it there.
Yeah.
It looks so weird.
Yeah.
But for the health, I guess, for everyone's health.
Which is kind of understandable why people are willing to grow out their hair and not get a haircut at all during that period. Actually, what happened if I was taking A levels during this kind of lockdown thing? Would they care about
Haircuts.
my hair?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Honestly,
I don't know, man.
they might.
Look,
They might not.
Did you have school during circuit breaker?
No, I was waiting for enlistment. I graduated
Oh,
already.
okay.
But then my
Okay.
graduation got cancelled lah. So
Yeah, understandable. For me, right, I remember having no restrictions. Pretty much, you just want to go get whatever shirt you can. As long as nothing too revealing, then alright, you're good to go. So everyone more or less just wear a dry fit shirt. And that's okay. You're only gonna see the top half of this anyways. So, and then I try to think, it didn't matter whether my fingernails are kept well. It didn't care about my hair, so I guess I could have grown it out if I wanted to. You know how you have all the lectures recorded already? They're not
Yep.
live.
yep.
So it just ensured that I watch them quickly. And that's where I come to really enjoy lectures that are recorded, because I can just watch them as fast as I want to. It can be 1.5 times speed, 1.8 times speed. I can just speed through them. So that's what I did. Wow, having A levels during 2020 must have been quite difficult, because A levels is already a very challenging thing.
Yep.
And then you couple on with this lockdown thing.
How like you got COVID before, right?
Yeah.
How was your COVID experience?
Dude, I honestly enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy the symptoms. Okay, so obviously, no, my symptoms were so bad. Honestly, it's the fact that I have fever, sore throat, understandable for the first few days. Then around day 4, day 5, I felt that it subsided. I didn't really have fever. Then I thought, obviously I'm gonna be out soon. What? This was last year June. I was like, I should be fine soon enough, right? And then the next day I had super high fever. It just rise up again. Like, what's this? I thought it just keeps going down, but it went up, down, and then up again. And I was still pretty feverish for the next 3 to 5 days after that. So even though I was technically out, because day 7, I still asked for an extension of my MC because I genuinely was still feverish. But other than the really poor symptoms, I also felt like there was one night that I woke up and I swear that I was hallucinating.
Oh my god.
I think I felt like someone was inside my room, but clearly no one could enter my room lah.
Damn.
So that was scary. And then you know how it is, right? Sleeping at night, I'm like super feverish. I feel really sweaty and all, but at the same time feel kind of cold.
Yep.
Just sad. But other than that, I really enjoyed it though, because it's okay. First of all, I was still in NS, so
Got MC, right?
yeah, get away from all those. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, half my platoon was out. I'm pretty sure it started from my platoon.
Okay.
So half the platoon was out. But it's also the fact that I then had a lot of shows and movies I could watch. Because that's all I could do. I cannot exercise. I cannot go out. Let me just stare at my computer or phone pretty much all the time. I watched quite a few things. I watched The Good Place, pretty much everything. Actually, maybe except for the last season. I rewatched some shows or movies. I rewatched Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ooh,
But
that's a good show.
The thing, right, is that I watched it quite sometimes already. But this time, I watched it, for whatever reason my Netflix showed, I pressed wrongly until it was Japanese dubs instead of English sub. So I was watching the show with all the Japanese voice actors and English subtitles.
Ooh.
I wanted to switch it back, but then I realized, dude, this was too funny. Like, if you actually watched it and you see how the Japanese voice actors sounded like, you realize, dude, this made it way funnier. And then that's where I decided to watch the rest of the seasons in Japanese dub. Actually, you should try it, honestly.
Okay.
It is a different kind of vibe. Even though you might, expect all the plot, you might know the jokes coming, but watching it in Japanese dub is quite a cursed thing to do, but it was so funny to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe I was just delirious with the whole COVID thing. I don't know. Okay, how was your experience? You got it, COVID, right? You got COVID?
Yep. Mine was last year, April. Yeah.
Damn, okay.
April. Yeah. So it was like during my lull period, I had no recruits to take. So I was just at home, like just chilling. But I was, okay lah, chilling is one thing, but also struggling with the symptoms because my sore throat was damn bad. Then the phlegm also was a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Then the fever also. Wow, I cannot. Those three were the worst. I didn't have headache. I didn't have any other like. Wait, what are the symptoms? Fever, sore throat, runny. I didn't have runny nose. The phlegm.
Loss of taste?
Loss of.
I didn't
Honestly,
have that.
no, I still could taste a bit.
Yeah.
But it's just those three: fever, sore throat, and the phlegm that is so annoying. Like when I try to swallow,
okay.
it's damn pain.
Is it?
I try to cough out the phlegm also.
Swallowing saliva is so pain. Yeah. Oh my
Like
goodness. Actually, dude, when I had phlegm, the color was so weird.
Yeah, it's like greenish, right?
It was
Is it
so
greenish?
thick.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god, I thought
yeah,
I was
it
like
was
gonna die. It's nasty. Yeah.
But it's also so thick. But at the same time, you can't really cough it out because of how sticky it is.
Yep.
But I just remembered not really talking at all. I try not to talk in. I think it helped just not saying anything out of my mouth. Or maybe sometimes I still say just to make sure I could still talk, but that's about it.
Okay. But also
But I enjoyed it.
I felt like
Okay,
very lethargic also, like very drained. Even though
Of course,
like we sleep a lot, right? But still, wow, the virus is just mad. Yeah. Lor.
Dude, isn't it that period was when we had the Delta strain, which is supposed to have way more severe symptoms?
I think so.
It made me think that I probably had the Delta strain at that time. Me and my platoon mates probably had it, even though I can't confirm. So I guess now it brings to the next question about what we'll do if lockdown ever happens again. Or there's another freaking whale.
Whale virus,
Like a
jellyfish virus.
Whale. Like some whale fever or something.
Whale pox.
Or like a beluga whale. Some some like exotic cuisine.
Yeah.
They just decide to take a beluga whale that's just lying down at the side there, just cut up its blubber and then serve it to the foreigners, to the tourists. I can imagine that happening. Or maybe serve to the locals, whatever. What happens if lockdown happens again?
Wow.
Actually, I personally would kind of hate it if it's during my time in university, because that's where I genuinely want to meet up with people. But if that happens, then I wouldn't mind just keep playing online games with them, because I have a bunch of games that I want to play with people, but nowadays can't really get to do that because we are all living out our life outside.
I guess if touch wood, if it happens again, no choice make more videos at home come up with more.
Yeah.
I guess it can
Definitely.
kind of like, what's the word? Not train. Spark, no. Like just,
Condition?
no, I don't know. Okay, I try and say it, then you try and find the word for it. Like,
Okay, sure.
get our creative juices flowing, like come up with ideas that maybe we,
Creative outlet,
yes, like,
brainstorm.
yeah, we can like brainstorm different ideas that maybe we never thought of before. Yeah. And then create
Is it because
videos from
you're
there.
Is it because you're too busy living out your life, then you don't really spend a lot of time actually thinking of what kind of content to create?
Yes. And also because
Okay.
like now I'm going out so much, right, that I don't have the time to like edit certain vlogs or certain videos that I have already filmed. Yeah, it's just that I don't have the time to edit. So maybe if lockdown does happen, then I can finish them and also create new ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I think lockdown really helps for those indoorsy kind of hobbies. I think a lot of people during lockdown started some kind of indoor hobby. Maybe it's making videos, maybe it's reading.
Yep.
So, alright. But unfortunately for my batch of people is focus on A levels, focus on more studying. So that kind of sucked.
Okay, so I got a question. So like, would you prefer to do school online, like home-based learning, or physical?
Nah, I would rather do physical, honestly.
Same.
If it's about learning, right? But actually, when it comes to learning, absorbing content, right? Kind of feels better if you do it online. And then when you have to do that kind of two-way communication, maybe going through some questions or projects, you do it in person. Does that make sense?
Yep. Makes
Because
sense.
I remember even later on in 2020, when students can come back to school, my JC had this idea of having 4-day school weeks, where one day is all the recorded lectures, you go watch them, and then in person, when you go to school, you only go through tutorials.
Damn.
Which obviously because you cannot have large amounts of people together in the lecture theatre, but it really is quite effective. Like, it makes a lot of sense just to do that. What I mean, in lecture we cannot just raise our hand and ask, right? In front of hundreds of people. So why not just do it in a recorded lecture? That makes so much sense.
Fair enough.
That's all for the 4th episode. We hope that it doesn't go downhill anymore from here. Let's just see how. Alright. I'll see you soon. Unless there's a beluga whale that actually causes another pandemic. Yep. Alright, bye.